everyone is missing this. Everyone is missing what's really going on with this Toronto Raptors team, and frankly, I am overjoyed with how things have been playing out, especially over the last couple of weeks. Things couldn't be going better for Masai Ujiri and this Toronto Raptors organization, and yes, I am saying that with the long-term vision in mind. Of course, as a diehard Raptors fan, someone that wants, with every fiber of their being to see this team be good, it makes sense for this squad to come out and try to capture a flag this season. That's a reality. We understand that. Of course, that should be the direction the squad's going, with especially the hole that they dug themselves at the start of the season, but even more realistically in a holistic vision with how young this group is. Maximizing your chances to get a Ace Bailey, a Cooper Flagg, one of these top draft picks makes a ton of sense for the Toronto Raptors. So, with all that said, you might look at this and this title, everything that's going on with this squad, and be like, hey, this team should be trading people away right now. Masai Ujiri should be frustrated. He should be mad. He should be acting because the Raptors have come out and they've won a ton of games. They've come out and frankly got a bunch of very solid W's. You see the Raptors over their last 7, they've won 6 of their last 7 games, and albeit not against the greatest of competition. Yes, the Orlando Magic are a good team, but have dealt with some injuries. The Hawks had some guys out, and the Pelicans have some talent, but aren't the greatest team. Did beat the Boston Celtics and the Warriors, who, the Warriors have been struggling lately, but the Celtics are a good team. But you look at that and you say, Ben, what are you even saying? I already know the comments were 2 minutes 30 in. The comments have already been said, but people are missing this one thing about what's really going on with this Raptors team. And this winning, this production, and there's a couple facets. That's why I'm very, very happy about this, because we face the Washington Wizards tomorrow. We face the Chicago Bulls. And frankly, we are seeing what this Raptors team looks like in full force. We are seeing what this Raptors group looks like with Jakob Poeltl out there as your main center. Scottie Barnes actually having some role players around him. We are giving a vision. We actually get a feel. Of course, if Immanuel Quickley was healthy, we get a better feel. We get a better idea for what's going on out there on the court. But the Toronto Raptors are seeing what sort of things need to be filled when we're an actually good team, when we have some actual role players out here on the roster. That is what's going on. And for the next 2 games, that's going to be the case. The Raptors are going to come out and they're going to play with some fire, play with some energy, just look 10 times better than they did over the course of the entire month of December. Facing against the Washington Wizards, facing against the Chicago Bulls. That's what's going on. You see the schedule, right? It got a lot easier leading into the trade deadline. We've had a very light schedule as of late. And now, what have we done? We've completely flipped the script. Guys like Bruce Brown, there was chatter, there was rumblings that this dude might be a buyout candidate. No world, after the level of production that he's put up over the past couple weeks, any world he should get bought out. I mean, the Raptors can't get a trade for him, and of course teams will be offering. We know the rumors, we know the reports, but I'd be very comfortable giving an extension to Bruce Brown, getting him on the team, because I want to compete next season. I want to start our upward trajectory starting next year. But of course, given his contract status, given him being an expiring free agent, Boucher, all these vets, it doesn't make sense to make that move now with the assets you can get in return. But the Toronto Raptors can net a serious haul back for Bruce Brown, and of course, Masai Ujiri knows. Looking at with everything that's going on, like Chris Boucher, all these types of guys, their trade value has been boosted to a whole nother level with what they've been doing over the past couple weeks. And on top of that, on top of all the trade value stuff, on top of all that sort of chatter and banter, we actually get to see what a roster built around Scottie Barnes looks like that does have competent role players, that does have some regular rotations going on. I mean, there's no Jacoby Walter tonight, who again, I think Jacoby Walter, Jonathan Mobo, Jamal Shead's been actually pretty good this season, like even in the rotation and stuff like that. But Jamison Battle, even with all the rooks, of course, you are going to get the ups and downs. And that's why, on top of the injuries that happened at the start of the season, this team was losing a ton of games. The rooks, they're just not reliable to be consistent role players while they are young. But now we actually have some solid vets, some decent sort of, contributors out there that just can consistently do what they have to do every single night. And we're seeing what a team built around Scottie Barnes, a Jakob Poeltl, all these types of dudes, right? We're actually seeing what this group will look like. And to take a look at this game, because beating the New Orleans Pelicans. They have been a little bit better lately. They have some of their guys back. They had Zion tonight, CJ. They had DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy. They had a few guys that they haven't had all season. Even though again they are a brutal team. They have a worse record than us right now. So some people say, hey, the strategic. What's going on? We should let them win. So we jump into the standings. There's lots of season to go. There's lots of season for L's and all those types of things. But tonight, Scottie Barnes, Player of the Week, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Would have been nice for him to hit a few more threes if he's taken 7, but other than that, when he was attacking the rim, when he was doing his stuff out there, had some very important moments, game-swinging moments for Scottie Barnes in this game. RJ Barrett was also great, 17 points, 34 minutes, 8 to 18 shooting, start off the game very well, at a very solid first half. Jakob Poeltl, 21 points, 14 boards, 5 assists. Like, your core group is playing really well and surrounded by role players with Chris Boucher, Bruce Brown. Orlando Robinson, I thought, gave them some very solid minutes as well. As an anchor out there on the defensive end, got some boards, did his thing out there. But, Ochai Agbaji, again, he's a guy that's going to get more run as the season goes along. Only 12 minutes in this game. Jamal Shead had some big defensive moments. That's a good facilitate. Like, everyone played well that was out there on the court in this game. Gradey Dick did have some fouls, which is something that's become a little bit of an issue as of late. But this Raptors team, they are showing that they can beat the bottom of the barrel. They are proving to me right now with this last stretch of games that, hey, Masai, Ujiri, we need to completely change the strategy. We need to completely fix things. If we came into this year and the Raptors were a 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference or did something, then I'd be like, hey, let's not blow it up. Let's not tank. Let's not try to, bottom out this season. But, of course, we did have that abysmal stretch at the start of the year. And the reality, the Raptors made their bet. They're going to have to sort of blow up this roster. It's just what's going on. It's a part of the plan. I'm not frustrated or anything by that now at this point. But, over the stretch of games, it'll be tough to lose anyways. It's going to be tough to lose the Washington Wizards. It's going to be tough to lose the New Orleans Pelicans. It's going to be tough, for that to really happen with our recent schedule. The Orlando Magic that are depleted, the Atlanta Hawks. So we may as well actually look good. We may as well give our best shot, have our vets out there, play outstanding, have their vets out there, up their trade value, and frankly, show the young guys, whether they're playing or not, the Walters, the Mobos, all these guys, whether they're in the rotation or not, what it feels like to be winning games, what it feels like to go through a stretch where you're getting some W's. And you can't overstate how important that is for a young developing group. You just don't want to be the Washington Wizards who are out here right now, on a 13-game losing streak. They haven't won, they won 6 games all year. It's just a mess. And we felt how bad it felt over the course of December. We had an ethical tank going there for most of November, but December was just brutal. And that's probably what the end of the season is going to be for the Toronto Raptors. So to have this stretch of games, to have this, people are missing this. Like, you need these stretches in an effective rebuild to prove to your young guys that you can still be a winning group, a winning squad, a winning team. So I am very, very happy. I am elated by what's been going on for this Toronto Raptors team in recent weeks. They're fun to watch again. Like, you could actually stare at the TV. You don't need to be doom scrolling while you're watching the team because, that's what the team felt like for a very long time over the course of this season. So very, very happy with what's going on. Feeling very happy, and still, we are not out of the mix. The Wizards, we're not catching them. We're not catching the Wizards in terms of the bottom of the take, but we're 2 games back in terms of the Utah Jazz. For the bottom seed. The Hornets, the Pelicans, I imagine will be a little bit better at the stretches. Of course, the Brooklyn Nets are trying to bottom their way out. We're still got a lot of padding between the Sixers, the Blazers, all these types of squads. So not worried about the tank, not worried about anything like that, and just very, very happy to see what's going on with this Raptors group. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. You guys have the best take this far. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Anyways, I'm signing out. Cheers.